All right, chat, you know what time it is. It's bingo time. The last few weekly bingos have been pretty standard, right? We've just played regular bingo. We've got to pre-route them and, you know, we get to pick what we're going to do and then we get to execute on it. We're going back to the blindness, gamers. We're going back to the fog of war because this week's bingo is an Ascend format. That's right. So with Ascend, you can see we have a line on the bottom of revealed goals right here. And the goal of Ascend is to reveal a goal and it will reveal all of the goals in like a cardinal direction. So above, to the left, to the right, and below. And the goal is to work your way and clear a goal up on the top. That's what the little flags mean. However, you can also see that there are a bunch of shiny goals all over the board, peppering the board all over the place, making funny little shapes. Our goal today is pretty shrimple. We have, as you can see by the timer next to me here, an hour and 15 minutes to try and get as many of the shiny goals as we possibly can. We still have to follow the rules of Ascend, so we have to reveal the square to reveal the ones next to it. So we can't just like, you know, we won't know what these are until we get there. But we have an hour and 15 minutes to try and get as many of the shiny goals as possible. You get 1 point for every shiny goal that you check off, and we have to try and do as many as we possibly can in that time. There are people who have completed this board, like they've gotten all 15 goals. So there is an extra rule that if you do that, if you complete all of the shiny squares, all 15 of them, before we run out of time, then we get an additional point for each minute that we have remaining. Say it takes me exactly an hour and 10 minutes to check off our final shiny square, then those 5 residual minutes will be 5 extra points. So instead of getting 15 points for all the shiny squares, we get 20 points. Okay? Top score right now is 26 points. So they had 9 minutes remaining. How are we feeling, chat? Are we ready? We got some tappers. Let's get started then. 3, 2, 1, go! One thing I am going to do, these blind runs always throw some life up hearts at me, so I'm just going to grab that. Something that these blind boards can often do is make you backtrack. If we can do something to make the backtracking easier, or if we can get some fast things along the way, then it might be worth it. But my plan is basically any percent. I'm going to, in sand, I'm going to plant the seed, but not get it, which means if we're doing any percent, I need to replace that moon. For the sake of life up hearts, I think I'm going to replace it with slots. Then we can get the life up heart there. But we're going to beeline it through sand. We're not going to worry about any goals in particular. Pick wooded first, because wooded is going to reveal the ground pound moons, which is column 4, and the shiny rocks. Wah! Mario, what is wrong with you, brother? Thank you. Don't forget that. All right. Not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. We have 2 life up hearts, which is nice. This is our second boss down, our second brutal down. I guess I can count that we're getting world peace here in Cascade. There is a goal in the bottom right corner for getting all the multi-moons in 3 kingdoms. That's technically 1. I think with a format like this, the goal set is default, right? So if it's a default goal set, that means that the goals are never going to go past Snow and Seaside. So I think it will probably do us good to like focus on the goals that are shiny if we encounter them, but try and just like push progression to the end of the game as fast as possible. I think that's smart, because if we have Snow and Seaside unlocked, then whenever we do the backtracking, we can kind of just do that. That's 1 treasure chest. We have 2 life up hearts, and now we're in sand. And like I said, sand, I think we're just gonna go. Get some checkpoints along the way and open up the kingdom a little bit so that if we do have to revisit, we can do that quickly. Life up heart 3. Might be worth, we don't know. Planting that seed because there might be a 1 seed moon with no time business, so we can come back to sand and get it if that's necessary. Kind of have to keep track of our ground pound moons as well, because like a total ground pound moon counter might be in the cards, perhaps. That's 2 total. We have 1 chest. We're gonna get 2 more here. The good thing about doing any percent in sand is that you get a lot of like moons accidentally that correspond to ones that like you have to do like multiple things in different kingdoms, like the chests. Oh, okay, sure. Thanks, Mario. Like the crates, like the breakable blocks, like the treasure chests. You know what could be a goal, actually, that we should maybe think about grabbing like right now? Capture the cactus in the tree. It is a ground pound moon, so it replaces the ground pound moon we're going to skip at the end of this. And then we have the cactus, so if we're in wooded and we see capture cactus and tree, we can just get this. That's still 3 ground pound moons total. That's a breakable block. This is a wooden crate moon. What? Okay, brother. Cappy, what is happening? There we go. We're fumbling. It's fine. And grab all these coins just in cases. That's our third treasure chest total. And we're back to the Odyssey. We have 3 ground pound moons. We have 3 treasure chests. We have the cactus. We're going to go to wooded now. First thing we're going to do is we're going to roll forward. We're going to get the bunny, which does count for goals as well. And the rock. This is shiny rock number 1. This is capturing the cactus and the tree, and it will be ground pound moon number 1. We're just going to do kind of the darker side movement here to get some moons. So if cactus and tree shows up, we have got that now. I'm not going to bother with the timer challenge. That might be, you know, a miscalculation on my part, but if we have to start doing timer challenges, we will. So yeah, my plan is twofold. 1, make progress in the game. So try and kind of be moving forward as much as possible while also doing shiny goals when they show up. This is done. And this is done. 20 moons in sand and 10 purples in lost. Okay. That's not bad. Now I have to wonder, breakable boxes, there are breakable rock things, I guess. I don't think I can do 4 quickly by the time we get to Lost. It probably is faster to just revisit Sand Kingdom. And because we picked wooded first, we can look at, oh my god. We can look at the hint art, go through the painting, and get number 16 from sand. Oh, you know what I should do while I'm here? This. So that's life up part number 4. We fight Spewart. This will be our 3rd brutal and our 3rd boss. And we need 4 moons from sand. So we could do like, I mean, we can get the one through the painting. And then we could do like the ground pound moon that we skipped, lost in the luggage. And then we could do like the sub area maybe, the invisible maze one. And then that will reveal another shiny goal for us to do. Oh, I didn't look at the hint chart, did I? I was supposed to do that. Whoopsies. That was the whole point of this routing that we're doing right now. And while we're in here, we can get that hint art. And I'm just getting it for a wooded moon, but also I'm getting it for maybe we'll get hint art moons along the way somewhere. So we can kind of combo some stuff. Take our brother man Jaxie friend over here. This is our 16th wooded moon, and it will let us leave Wooded Kingdom when we get back through the painting. And then we're going to come over here. Lost in the luggage is another ground pound moon. So I think we're up to like 6 or 7 at this point. This is moon number 19. And moon number 20. What do we got? The festival. Interesting. Well then. So we don't really have anything going on in Lake Kingdom. Nothing that helps us anyway. So I'm just going to speed run to Lost, I guess, and then we can kind of just do Lost any percent and beeline it to Metro as fast as possible while getting 10 purples along the way. Lake Peace could help. Yeah, you're probably right, actually. But we wouldn't have a checkpoint over there. This helps too. Another painting moon. So we have 2 of those now, if we ever see painting moons. Lake Peace is fine, but it's also really quick to just do, I think. So if we do have to come back to Lake, then it's not that big a deal. We're getting 2 more chests. I guess we could just do Peace here, maybe? Yeah, we'll just finish with Peace. You know what? We'll come up this way, grab this checkpoint, fight another brutal. This is our 4th one. We have 1 hint art moon. We could look at the hint art here before we leave. But if we do see 2 hint art moons... Actually, you know what? Yeah, we might as well just look at it. Okay. Cappy! Looked at 2 hint arts, gotten 1 hint art moon. We have like 4 life up hearts, like 6 or 7 ground pound moons. Now it's probably 7 or 8 because we got 1 in Lake. And we're already in, well, Cloud first and then Lost. I think when we get to Metro, like I said, we're prioritizing moving up the board. So I think that getting jump rope is probably a good idea so that we can move further upwards. And then we'll just kind of beeline for the story and see what we need to do from there. This does give us an opportunity to do sewer clip. Maybe we'll get stuck for 20 minutes trying to do that. There's also a giggling opportunity here, chat room. Alert! Giggling opportunity. All right, so basically any percent. I think I'm going to go up to the top of Lost Kingdom to get the checkpoint, because having access to Lost if we need to revisit is probably a good idea. I do want some purples. This should be all 10. Next, we have 5 music note moons, okay? Have we gotten any yet? I think the answer is no, but that is our first shiny goal also. So we're on the board, baby. Where can we get music note moons? I can get one in Metro. We can get 2 in Lake. We can get a fast one in Seaside if we want to go all the way there for that. My decision making is going to be kind of based on what jump rope reveals, maybe. Because we picked Wooded first, our painting goes back to Lake. Just going to grab quick moons along the way. Hello. Okay. I don't ever hit that block with my head, but here we are. So that's 5 life up hearts total, hoping that that comes in handy later. Let's go. Giggling successful. Get an extra moon while we're waiting for the cutscenes. Or not the cutscenes, but the auto-scroller part of the boss. So that's our first multi-moon in Metro. I guess we can count it. So first thing we're going to do when we get into Metro is we're just going to do that jump rope moon. That'll give us something on the 3rd row and reveal stuff. All right. Little jump rope action. While I'm waiting, I'm just going to maybe do that. And then, jump rope's done. 20 regionals in Lake, 6 brutals, and 1 story moon in Sand. The 20 regionals in Lake is awesome because we have access to Lake Kingdom. We were going to go back there anyway. So this is our first music note moon. Now we're just going to beeline the story in Metro. We're not going to do anything else. We've collected some extra moons just to make some progress so that we're closer to, like, the end of Metro. But there are lots of, like, now that it's daytime Metro, there are lots of really fast moons we can just get along the way. And maybe we need Metro's checkpoints. You never know. We're going to look at this hint art for hint art looking number 3. Can we Owen Tet? Okay. That's our last musician. So now what we want to do is we want to go into the sewers. And this is sewer clip opportunity, so wish me luck. This is one of the hardest clips in the game. Might be here a while. If we can get it within 17 seconds, we save time. Nice, dude. Ooh, we love a 3rd try, baby. I will take that, brother man. And now we do the festival. And this will reveal Shiny Gold number 2. Or not reveal, it will complete Shiny Gold number 2. Ba-doo-doo-doo-doo, ba-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, Scooby-Doo-Doo-Doo. And we will be 1 moon short from Metro. But I kind of want it to be that way because we want to know if we want to go to Snow or Seaside first. We don't really want to have to pick now because if we see Snow or Seaside goal, then we're going to want to go there first. So I think the play is definitely to not complete Metro fully yet. There we go. 2nd multi-moon in Metro. And to the left is 8 sub-areas in Metro. Yucky. We are right next to the Odyssey now. And instead of going into the Odyssey, we're going to hop through here. And in here, we can get 20 purples in Lake. And we can get both of the music note moons. Okay, so I want to get 16 purples in Lake. That's fine. Because there are 4 in here that we can grab after we get this moon. That's notes 2 and 3. We need 5. I'm thinking Sand might be the play for the last 2, but we'll see what this reveals. The Lake Outfit sub-area. Okay, sure. Or the Lake Outfit room. I like that. There's also a key moon here. There's also 6 music notes. Does that mean we go to Seaside? Very good. Clip in there. And look at that. We got another shiny goal. 90 moons total. Okay, so that's going to kind of work its way. We're going to make that happen just kind of by playing, I think. What do I want to do here? Do we want to get the key? Maybe it would be worth getting the key here because we have such upward momentum on the left side already. We're already in Lake, so we don't need that moon. Though I guess it would help with our 90 total, but it's too late now. I think after this, we go back to Sand, and we get the 2 music notes that are there. That's key. 6 snow moons. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, I'm still going to go to Sand. I'm going to get the 2 music note moons that are in there. How many moons do we have currently? 59, plus the 19 that are in the Odyssey. So we're currently sitting at 78. Maybe Snow is the play. That probably makes sense. I think we should pick Snow first. This is why I'm glad that we didn't choose, because now we can go to Snow and get 6 moons, and then that reveals both of the shiny golds that are above it, right? This will be our 4th music note moon. There's, like, something kind of brewing in my brain. Like, what if we beat Harriet so that we got the painting to go back to Metro? But I think that's a little That's a little too much. Maybe a multi-moon in sand will show up eventually, but that's kind of a big stretch. Of course, now it's going to be one of the shiny goals, and I'd be like, damn it, I wish I did that. Only time will tell. And that is our 5th music note moon. What do we get? Okay, 5 story moons in Metro. We already did that. Let's go. Nice. That was a twofer. Things you love to see, gamers. Things you love to see. 65 plus 19 is 84. So we're almost at 90 also. Go back to Metro. Get 1 moon. Doesn't need to be anything, really. I'm just going to get this one. Snow first time. The goal is to get 6 moons in snow. If we get 6 moons in snow, it reveals the 2 shiny goals that are to the right and above it. We have 85 moons, so once we get our 5th of the 6 in snow, then we can mark the 90 moons goal. Should we do Captain Toad? Let's do Captain Toad. So once we get our 5th moon, we're going to be getting entrance, treasure chest, shining in the snow town, and then we only need 1 more to get to our 5. I guess we'll probably want to do one of the sub-areas, I guess, so that we can get the story moon there. So that's number 4. This archway is going to be our 5th, which will bring us to a grand total of 90. 7 timer challenges, 3 ground pounds in Seaside. Okay, so we have like no timer challenges. So in order to access the left side of the board, I think we're probably going to be going with those ground pound moons in Seaside. And that was our 6th moon in snow. So 16 moons total in lake and 2 hint art moons. Okay, in that case, we probably want to go back to lake. I'm going to get all the moons that we need to go to snow, so that we can open up Seaside, because we do have to eventually go there. Do I want to do Lake first, or do I want to do Seaside first? I think I want to do Lake first. Let's get that out of the way. Prioritizing moving up the board. So if we go back to Lake, we can get that hint art moon, because we looked at the one in Metro, and it is in Lake, and we can get the 16 moons in Lake. I'm just going to double check my moon count list to make sure that we're sitting at 12. 10? Oh, but one of them's a multi-moon, so 12. So that's 1. Gloryback Rider is 2. From the Broken Pillar will be 3, and then we'll get Secret Little Room for 4. But we're going to get the hint art first, because it's up here. 22 captures, 6 life up hearts. I think that's 6, right? Boom. Captain Toad in Metro. So glad I've been picking up life up hearts, man. We had Cap, Cascade, Sand, Wooded. We just picked up that lake one, and we got 1 in Metro. So that is 6. Boom. Cactus in the tree. It's all coming together, gamers. 4 Captain Toads total. I did just get a Captain Toad somewhere, didn't I? I did, in snow. So we have 1. We have to go back to Metro. We could get the other RC car, but I think Captain Toads is probably smart. Okay, so that's this. That's 2 total. 2 Sand Story Moons. Okay, so we should have done Sand Story Moons, apparently. I'm going to go back to Lake. It's a bit silly, but we're going back to Lake. I'm going to do that, Captain Toad. So we have 2 RC car moons. I think the smart play is to just go back to Sand. Do the 2 story moons, because that is a shiny goal, and it does give us upward progress. I don't really want to touch the 8 cap moons yet. Okay, and now we're going to take the Odyssey back to Sand. We have 3 Captain Toads. We'll get the 4th one in Seaside. We're almost up to the top of the board. We have a lot of our shiny goals already accompanied, or already, I guess, accounted for. Movement. No! Oh my god, I spoke too soon. I'm crashing out, man. I'm having a Mario meltdown. Okay, that's 1 Sand Story Moon. We can mark this one here, even though it doesn't reveal anything for us. Also, something to consider that we do have the 4 Metro Story Moons as well already, so we can actually reveal more of what we have. I also have 3 lake checkpoints on the right side there. It's okay. We have a cutscene to watch here, so I can mark those. Lost Captain Toad, 20 purples in Metro are over there. We would have found out about the 20 purples in Metro, like, right now, because we're getting this. 1 snow checkpoint. I grabbed that for sure. Sand. Outfit door moon. That's good. We don't have 8 life up hearts yet. But if we're going back to Metro, we can do that pretty easily. Yeah, how many total purples do I have? I'm not sure. I am going to buy this really quick while we're here, though, because we have 10 in Lost for sure. I don't think I have 100, but that goal is for 100. I think we probably have like 40 or so. We could go back to Lost after this and get a Captain Toad, and that would satisfy both of those goals as well, because there's one over here and this one. Or we could go to Seaside to open this up. I think that might be the play. One sheep moon. I could do that while I'm here too, honestly. So 15, 18, 39, 49, 50, 62? 62. Dude, the other sheep are cock blocking me. 5 bunnies total. Okay. I want to go to Seaside now. And what did I say for my purples? 62. So if we can get like just a handful of purples while we're in Seaside as well, that will help. We are going to reveal stuff above Captain Toad there. Ground Pound Moon number 1. This is Captain Toad number 4. 1 Hintart Moon, easy. Lakitu Moon, or 14 sub-areas total. Okay. That's our 3rd Seaside Ground Pound Moon. 3 seeds planted in pots. We have 2 so far, because I planted 1 in sand, 1 in Metro. So before I leave here, I'm going to plant 1 more. Did that go in? Okay, it did. 2 stickers. Okay. I mean, that's fine. I have Lakitu? Oh, I do. You're right. I do. I did that. Seaside Outfit Room. Okay, well, I'm glad I'm here still. I did do that while I was in Lake, didn't I? We had 62. That's all I know. So we need 38 to get us to our total of 100, which we will do right now. Boom. 16 total sub-areas. I have no idea how many of those I have, brother man. I have not even a slightest clue in the universe. No, not that. We need a sticker. Or another key moon. Where are there other key moons? Is there a key moon in Seaside? There isn't, right? Is it just Lost? Is there not another one? So we just need to buy a sticker. We could do the key moon, and then we see what is in the top corner. We're almost done. There we go. So yeah, we go to Metro now. Because in Metro, we can buy a sticker because we already have purples to do so. That's our 2nd sticker. Boom. And then we go, I guess, here. There is a scooter on the roof, right? Now that we've achieved peace. Key moon number 2 incoming. And 2 cap checkpoints. So we just have to go back to cap, touch the checkpoint, and then we're done. All right, and time. Boom. We have all of the shiny goals. All 15, and we have 5 minutes and 43 seconds to spare. Only whole minutes count. So 15 points plus 5 means we get 20 points on the leaderboard. Let's go! 20 points, baby. I really like this. This was a very fun... you know what? Last week, I was thinking, we haven't had an Ascend format in a while. We haven't had one where we go in blind and we don't know what to expect. We haven't had one of those for the weekly bingos in a while, and this one cooked. This was a very fun idea to try and race against the clock and see if you could get all the shiny goals as fast as you possibly can. Not just like how much time it takes you, but kind of like reverse it. Can you do it in the amount of time? And then give us some extra points if we do. I like this format a lot. I think Callus might be in the chat. Shoutouts to Callus for coming up with all the weekly bingos, all the monthly bingos. And hey, you watching on YouTube or in Twitch, if you think that any of this bingo stuff that you're watching is really fun, you don't need anything to actually play. All you need is Super Mario Odyssey for your Nintendo Switch 1 or Switch 2, and to go to lockout.live. And you can pull up a board just like this. You can do the weeklies in the Discord server if you want to. You can play bingo if you want to get used to how it works and what the goals are and stuff like that, but you really don't need anything aside from the game to play. You should challenge me. Can you get all the shiny goals on the board? Let me know in the comment section below. I guess like when it comes to these formats, like maybe you just get really lucky with the certain kinds of goals that you do along the way. Like we kind of did, right? Like we were able to check off a bunch because we had already kind of had the foresight to do it, like the 6 life uparts and the Hintart moons and stuff like that. Anyway, that's going to be it for me this week. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. We'll see you again in the next one. Join us here next week, twitch.tv/dangers on Tuesday. We're going to be doing another weekly bingo. Stay tuned for that. Until then, bye everybody. Thank you for watching.